The attic had always been locked. When Daniel finally opened it, he wished he never had. Daniel inherited his grandfather's house, a sprawling, crumbling estate on the outskirts of town. The lawyer handed him the keys with a warning. "Don't go into the attic." He laughed it off until the footsteps started. The house was ancient, the kind that groaned and sighed with age. Daniel dismissed the odd sounds at first, settling wood, scurrying mice. But these noises were different. At night, just as sleep took hold, a slow creaking echoed through the ceiling above his bed. A shuffle, deliberate and heavy, like someone shifting in their sleep, and always breathing, deep and ragged. His grandfather had lived here alone for decades, never mentioning anyone else. So who, or what, was making the noise? It wasn't just the footsteps. Strange things began happening around the house. Objects weren't where he had left them. His grandfather's old leather chair in the study faced the door every morning, though he swore he turned it back toward the fireplace each night. The kitchen radio crackled with static at odd hours, cutting through the silence with faint, warbled voices. One morning, he found the attic door unlocked. He hadn't touched it. The handle was ice cold when he reached for it. A deep shudder crawled through his spine, an unshakable sense that something was waiting on the other side. His sleep deteriorated. Dreams twisted into nightmares. Shadowed figures at the attic door, their hands pressing against the wood from the other side, whispering in a language just beyond his understanding. And then there was the smell. Something rotting, faint at first, but growing stronger each day, seeping from the ceiling vents. Finally, he decided he couldn't take it anymore. He had to see what was up there. With a crowbar in hand, he broke the rusted lock and pushed the attic door open. A gust of stale air rushed past him, thick with dust and something worse, something ancient. His flashlight flickered as he stepped inside. The attic was empty. No furniture, no store belongings, just a wooden chair in the center of the room, facing the trapdoor. And then he saw the imprint in the dust, a long, deep indentation in the floorboards, the shape of a body, curled up, as if something had been sleeping there for a long, long time, waiting. The trapdoor slammed shut behind him. The air thickened. A pressure settled on his chest, crushing, suffocating. The flashlight flickered again, the beam shaking in his trembling hand. Then movement. A long, skeletal hand curled around the back of the chair. A rasping breath filled the attic. "You woke me up." Shadows stretched unnaturally across the floor, twisting toward him. A figure began to rise from the imprint in the dust, tall, impossibly thin, its limbs unfolding like something not meant to move. Daniel turned to run, but the door would not budge. The house would not let him out. The figure took its first step forward. Days later, his friends arrived, expecting to find Daniel settled in. Instead, they found the house silent. The attic door was open. The chair remained in the center of the room. But now, there were two imprints in the dust, one fresh, shaped exactly like Daniel, curled into sleep. His friends never found him, but on still nights, neighbors swore they could hear something moving in the attic, and breathing. Some things should never be disturbed. If you enjoyed this story, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, but never wake what sleeps above you.